Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, September 7th. And we're got another muggy day on tap today. I think highs will be at least into the mid 80s. And if we get enough sunshine, I think some of the central and southern locations could actually see our temperatures climb up and reach the 90-degree day once again. So the headlines for today: heavy rains movement today and tonight, and then again Friday night with a strong cold front. And during that period, I think many locations will pick up between 1 and 2 inches of rain. Tomorrow looks pretty dry, but then again, more strong storms will move in Friday night with a pretty good cold front that'll move through the area. If we look at the normals for the day, our normal high is 77, the normal low is 53. And you can see a year ago on this day, we had a high of 84 and a warm low of 70. And if we look at the conditions around the area yesterday, you can see several locations hitting 90 degrees again. And again, I think today, some of these same areas will once again have another shot if we see enough sunshine. Otherwise, mid to upper 80s. If we look at the next slide, you can see this is the celebration, 30-year celebration of the Great Flood of 1986 that really lambasted central Michigan as training storms kept moving over the same areas. This area in white is over 9 inches of rain, and many areas picking up as much as 13, 14 inches of rain. Here in Breckenridge, we had a rain gauge at the time. We picked up a little over 11.5 inches of rain in that 2.5-day period. And Elma, you can see 10.76, Big Rapids over 13 inches of rain. And again, very, very significant flooding across the area. And so if we look at one of the slides from that day, obviously when this sign was put up, it was probably far enough down the road to warn people, and obviously the waters kept rising and rising. In fact, at Elma, the flood stage is 8 feet. On that day, it crested at 12.82 when all is said and done, and that shattered the old record by over 2 feet. And that record was 10.81 set back in 1948. So very historic flooding across mid-Michigan. If we look at the 90-degree accumulation so far this year, you can see we added another one here in Breckenridge, now up to 13. And all these areas across central and southern lower Michigan have an outside chance of picking up another 90-degree day today. If we look at the current conditions around the area, very warm and muggy with temperatures this morning in low and even mid-70s. And again, with clouds and showers and thunderstorms eventually moving in, becoming more widespread by tonight, we'll see temperatures again very warm today. And again, those areas that see sunshine could make a run at 90. If we look at the radar this morning, you can see showers and thunder showers from Wisconsin moving into the state. They kind of dissipate somewhat, but eventually, I think as this front gets closer and closer, we'll have some pretty widespread rain and thunderstorms, especially again for later this afternoon into tonight. If we look at the satellite view this morning, you can see some of these cloud tops beginning to really whiten up, cooler cloud tops showing up. And this is the area that'll round that ridge there and move into the area this afternoon. This is the activity that will begin to weaken here this morning. But again, some of the northern areas could see some showers and thunderstorms this morning. And then the sun comes out, it gets very warm and muggy, and then we have storms that will develop later today into tonight. If we look at the forecast map this morning, you can see over the period of today and tonight, you can see the area of possible flash flood guidance all the way from the Corn Belt into the Great Lakes, especially across the western and northwestern areas of lower Michigan, as these waves of low pressure continue to move up that front, which is again only slowly able to move to the south as long as we keep seeing waves of low pressure develop along that front. Eventually, a cold front will push through over the weekend. If we look at the forecast map by tomorrow morning, again, that system is still off to our west, although I think we'll be in a period where we see no rainfall for tomorrow, but then the next wave will come through the area and push a cold front. And again, this will be for later on Friday. And again, some of those storms could be severe, something we're going to keep an eye on here as this system moves in, brings a cooler air in for the weekend. As far as a severe weather outlook for today, again, just general thunderstorms for most of Michigan. Some of the marginal risk areas now creeping into southwest lower Michigan. So again, this will be mainly a rain event as it looks now. And then this system off to the west, that's the one that could bring us a little bit more in the way of strong storms as we get into Friday. This is a day 3 outlook, and I've put this circle here. Now, maybe this won't happen, but I believe that this area will at least go under a marginal risk for much of lower Michigan for Friday night. And again, with the timing of the cold front being at night, that does lessen the chance, but I think if the wind shear value is quite high, we could see some spin-up tornadoes across the area and maybe some strong gusty damaging winds. But again, right now we're not in a severe weather outlook. It's just something I think we want to watch this area for Friday night. As far as moisture here over the next 4 days, you can see this is what the GFS or the WPC prints out. This was as of the 00 run or early this morning. You can see much of the area picking up over an inch of rain here over the next 4 days. And if we look at the very latest WPC model, you can see many areas between 1 to 2 inches of rain, and with the bullseye now actually in an area that was showing some of the least amount of rain across mid-Michigan. So we'll keep an eye on that, but certainly a very strong potential, a very heavy rainfall here over the next 4 days. As far as extended outlook, this was from yesterday's temperature outlook, and now today's updated one. You can see that cooler air trying to make progress towards the east, and I think we'll eventually see our pattern go to a more normal pattern. And so we're squeezing that warm air out slowly but surely. As far as moisture, we should also see much of the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley begin to dry out somewhat here as we go through. But until for the next 5-6 days, lots of moisture heading our way, and one more very warm, sticky day out today. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.